Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jonathan. Welcome back to Money Talks, where we want to offer you financial information and help you on your path to financial independence. Today, guys, I want to talk to you about why 95% of Americans are considering a job change, nicknamed the Great Resignation. If this is your first time joining me on the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have a moment, leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on the video. So 95% of Americans are considering a job change. But why? What has really happened in this last year and a half to spur us in this situation? Well, it's no secret. Many people are willing to stay home. It's 10 million jobs out in the market and 8.7 people looking. And as you look around in all the different areas, people are doing new things to entice workers to come back to work. Amidst all of this happening, many people still have concerns about if you're unvaccinated and you're going back to work, or jobs requiring them vaccinations to go back to work. But what is really triggering this event? Is it the illness? Was it the pandemic? Was everything that happened? Well, in my opinion, I think that just spurred and accelerated an already looming problem. See, back in 2018, there was an article that kind of cited Millenials leaving high-paying jobs because they just couldn't wrap their head around sitting by themselves, looking at a computer all day, and this was the rest of their life. So what they were doing, they were saving at a rapid rate, and then they would take themselves leave of absence to go travel, maybe pursue a dream, pursue a business idea, and then potentially think about coming back to the workforce. But at that time, it was predicted, or it was forecasted, that about 43% of people would be leaving their current employer. Why? Work flexibility, wages, opportunity to move up. A lot of things were moving in that direction already. And 2 years from 2018, that's 2020. Enter the pandemic happening. So people are having to stay at home. They're locked in their four walls. If they're working, there are many jobs that were thought to be not remote work capable turned into remote work. Many people had to take on this new task of working from home while still dealing with their family. And many welcomed this new change because it allowed them that balance that they have so long been longing for. How am I able to spend a little bit more time with my family? How can I make it to the gym? How can I do doctor's appointments? All these different things were happening and still do fulfilling work. Well, now you come to the point of we're in an actual worker shortage. Many people companies have gotten to the point where they're just desperate for the hired help. And what does that desperation do? It, number one, requires you to raise wages. Number two, it requires you to be a little bit more open to this new environment. So in fact, what we've been searching for as a workforce, and what people have been complaining about and having challenges with in the workforce, has now opened the opportunity for us to change the game in the economy going forward. Because the thing is, if you would have watched any of my videos during the pandemic, because that's when I really started recording, one of the things that I always consistently said was, everybody wants to go back to normal. You can't go back to a normal. When you enter in an idea in a situation where you're going out and you see a potential harmful disease, something that can help or hinder your health that you can't necessarily see, but all around you, health challenges are occurring, people are losing their lives, many things happen. It will forever change how you approach your life going forward. And in this era, it kind of changed, how do you value your work? Do you value your work more than your health? And in many situations, that's where people are kind of getting backed into a corner. Even some to say at this point, there's articles where employers are requiring people to get vaccinated or they will be let go. But what does this mean? See, I left a job where I was making over $200,000 a year. But why did I leave? Well, one, I was working 7 days a week. Two, as you all know, I've had a newborn. And throughout that time, I realized one of the things that was not going to be sustainable was you're working 7 days a week, you're accessible to clients and people all hours of the day. That is not going to be a healthy, sustainable lifestyle going forward. And while it was great to make that income, and there are a lot of things that I learned from making that income and the skills needed to go on that level, what I realized was the money isn't just all that great. It doesn't replace the fact of, hey, I'm missing time with my family, with my infant at this point. I may not be the best husband at this point. And even when I'm with family, I'm there, but am I truly engaged to where I need to be and be present? No, because at that point I was working around the clock. And while I was able to accomplish some goals and put a lot of money in savings and do things of that nature, but at the end of the day, if you lost your life tomorrow, is that what's going to be most valuable to you? No, you want to be able to spend that time and enjoy that time with your folks in a healthy way. And then, yeah, if you can accomplish some financial goals as well, that's great. But not shift it all the way to the left where it's just work, 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 work. And so it became a challenge. And one of the things that I saw was, hey, this is not going to end, but this is not going to be sustainable going forward. So I had to make that decision. And it wasn't exactly an easy decision, but it was one that I could do with peace. One that I understood, like many now, that, hey, there are certain things I don't like about this particular role and I want to change. Well, I can't change it, but I can go into a new opportunity. And that's what I did. I used this opportunity to step me forward in a way where I can have a little bit more flexibility and still maintain a good sense of balance and control over the other areas of my life where I want to spend time. And this is one thing that many people are facing. Maybe your situation isn't that clear cut and dry, but maybe you've been having challenges with your job already. One of the things that you could think of is, at this point, you're highly sought after. Workers, talent is highly sought after right now. Wages have really accelerated, along with the acceleration of a lot of other things. Wages have really accelerated to help people or entice people to come back to work or be taken to other companies. Accelerate to the point that wages have grown nearly 5% over what the normal is. But what does that truly mean? It means likely if you go to another job doing the same thing that you're doing, you're likely going to be offered more salary, if that's something you're seeking. But in the midst of seeking it, employers also have to be cognizant and open to you working in a work flexible environment, because that is something from the millennial generation that we now take majority of the workforce. That is something we value. We value work flexibility. We value being able to work in the freedom and open spaces. We value a good wage. We'll work hard. We'll do a lot of things, but these are things we value. And as an employer, gone are going to be the days, or slowly are going to be the days, where we start to see things moving away from 9 to 5 in the office. So in this great resignation, I would encourage you, really look at, hey, are you doing what you would like to do? Are there opportunities for you? It's opportunities for everyone. And it's been, again, this is one of those things that is kind of like the stock market when you're investing, meaning, hey, it's only going to be low for some time. There's only going to be so much time and so much opportunity with this before it starts to subside and start to balance out, meaning people paying these extreme wages, and then it'll come down and subdue. Kind of like the lumber for real estate. Those prices are starting to come down. Well, now we're in a labor shortage, which means you're in high demand, which means if there was ever a time where you're trying to go 2, 3, 4 steps forward in your career and make real solid progress, this is that time. So I would encourage you that, I'm not saying walk out on your job tomorrow, but really look at the opportunity that you have in front of you that you could probably unlike Schroeder with the new Boston Celtics, leave 84 million on the table. So don't do that. But there is opportunity where you could probably earn an extra $20,000, $30,000. Maybe during this time you can, like most, pick up an extra skill or two, and that puts you into a job that you've been longing to do for a while. Maybe you can ask for benefits that you didn't necessarily ask for. Maybe it's a shift change. Maybe it's work flexible. Maybe it's you working 2-3 times from home every week. Whatever that case may be, this is the time, as you're in demand, as talent is necessary. And ultimately, employers do have to be a little bit more open to the suggestions of who they're trying to hire, because you cannot have the job filled, and that's going to put your business in even more of a tailspin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.